Someone said gay Beetlejuice 3 times and then I magically appeared.
The gay best friend is one of the most well-known and most criticized tropes out there. These criticisms are often justified. This flamboyant, underdeveloped sidekick can sometimes be a sad excuse for on-screen LGBTQ+ representation. So if this trope is so flawed, why is it still so common? What led to the rise of the gay best friend trope, and why is it still a staple of television today?
Is being the gay best friend still a thing?
First, let's look at who the gay best friend is. Although it's not absolutely necessary, this character is almost exclusively a guy. On some occasions, where the trope is a bit more subverted, it can be a girl, though, like in Never Have I Ever's Fabiola.
I'm gay.
That said, this character usually ticks every box when it comes to stereotypes about gay men. Sassy, effeminate, and having interests that conform with many gay stereotypes. To understand why the gay best friend exists and what role they play, we first need to look at this trope's history. To discuss that, I've collaborated with the wonderful Cassie Carey. If you enjoy analyses of film and TV, please go check out her channel. So with no further ado, Cassie, take it away.
Thank you so much for having me, Maya. So, from what I can tell, the gay best friend wasn't exactly normalized until the 1980s. Many claim that The Woman in Red was one of the first films to coin it and therefore normalize it. By the way, as a side note, the best friend in question was literally named Buddy. How ironic is that? For the first time, really, Buddy's openness about his sexuality was quite a big deal. Up until that point, gay characters were kind of treated like Easter eggs. They never would explicitly state their sexuality, but the signs were all there. But of course, like anything that slightly works in Hollywood, the gay best friend became a crutch for writers, directors, and studio executives alike. Pretty soon, it became a lazy attempt to integrate the LGBTQ+ community without having to take a real risk. However, now more than ever, the gay best friend has been diminished for more well-rounded protagonists, antagonists, and side characters. But, and this is a big but, that doesn't take away from the fact that we still have a long ways to go.
Thanks, Cassie. So, use of the gay best friend trope, whether in the 1980s or today, is often very purposeful, and this is because the gay best friend can serve many roles. This pretty morally questionable article from the MTL blog outlines what might make the gay best friend so appealing. These include a great fashion taste, knowing they won't hit on you, the fact that they are, quote, emotionally stable, unlike girls, and that they give overall great advice. These concepts come into play in the satirical film GBF. Its main conflict is the 3 possible prom queens fighting over a gay guy merely for the chic idea of having a gay best friend.
My future GBF is just waiting to come out of the closet and tell me how fierce I am.
Lastly, the gay best friend can be used as a plot device to make sure there's no sexual tension between a male and female character. This speaks not so much to the issues of the gay best friend, but to how cross-sex relationships are portrayed on screen.
Men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
It's unfortunate that we need to have a character be gay in order to diffuse sexual tension, and that a male and female character cannot simply be friends. The main issue here is how the gay best friend is commodified.
Hottest new trend sweeping schools worldwide is the GBF.
It stands for... I know what it stands for.
Gay best friend.
This character isn't viewed as your average best friend, instead as a token for a character to acquire. There's one last purpose of the gay best friend though, which Cassie will explain.
The gay best friend and the popular girl dynamic are a staple in film history, especially in the casual viewing and rom-com genre. In each and every depiction I've seen thus far, the gay best friend plays either one of 2 roles. The lifestyle guru, who in a sense is kind of like a fairy godmother, by giving the popular girl or the not so popular girl a full-on makeover, inside and or outside. You know, I'm actually really surprised that Hollywood hasn't made a Cinderella adaptation with the gay best friend as the fairy godmother. You'd think that'd be something they would do. And then there's the wingman. The problem with both these roles, of course, is that the gay best friend never gets their own, well, character arc. This issue is pretty similar to the sassy black girlfriend that you see in almost every single film imaginable. Time and time again, the film industry demonstrates to us that someone who's gay or black can't possibly be relatable to us white and straight people. Like, are you crazy? Or they feel there isn't enough of an audience to make a substantial profit, which is incredibly sad. And to be frank, it's completely misguided.
In 2010, Teen Vogue published a highly controversial article titled, "Is a Gay Best Friend the New Must-Have Accessory for Teen Girls?" Today, the only version of the article I could find is called Hot Topic Gay Best Friend GBF, which sounds more like some Google-suggested search than an actual article title. The point is, though, there were few who enjoyed that Teen Vogue article. That's because as objectionable as the gay best friend character is, when they go from a character to a real-life stereotype, it becomes even more objectionable. That article presents the dangers of these unrealistic gay best friend characters. Showing them on screen without criticizing the stereotypes behind them leads people to believe that they too should try acquiring their own gay best friend, failing to take into account the autonomy of this friend, and presenting them as little more than just a commodity. Here's the thing, though. A character who is gay, and who is someone's best friend, doesn't necessarily count as the gay best friend. Take Eric from Netflix's 2019 show Sex Education. He's the main character's best friend, and he's gay, and in many ways he fits into the more flamboyant gay guy stereotype. However, he is more than just a stereotype. The concept of having a character who is both gay and, like any normal person, has friends is a perfectly reasonable one. The issue arises when the gay best friend is not there as a normal character, but to serve the plot and/or character development of those around him. Many tropes are derived from writers doubling down on one specific personality trait of a character. In this case, it's being gay.
This is Damien. He's almost too gay to function.
But there's a big and very important distinction between real, developed characters who are merely proud of their sexuality and underdeveloped characters who have not been given any purpose other than to be gay and be best friends with someone. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to go check out the video that me and Cassie made together on her channel, and check out her channel in general because she makes fantastic content. The link to the video we made together and the link to her channel is in the description. I'll see you next time.